Attic Mall Studios. This is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Once in a while, we get to know somebody by way of the phone, and we click, right?
Yes.
Usually it's because they're the real deal. That's the one common denominator. Usually they are the real deal in whatever it is that life has blessed them with. Alicia Carey. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with Alicia Robbins. She's so pretty. And we went to see her. We actually had coffee with her up in New York City, right?
Yeah, she's
Coffee.
gorgeous.
What else did we have? We had grilled cheese. And you guys had some
deviled eggs.
Yeah, and you guys had
so
like
good.
an adult drink, right?
Yes, we did. Our adult beverage. Thank you very much.
Alicia is a fashion designer, and she is the real deal. And I think she's in New York right now, right? Mm-hmm. And she's the founder of Couture by Alicia Fashion House, and New York Fashion Week is this week. Is that right?
Yep.
And you and her have been working together, and you got her some kind of a meeting or something yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it was very fun.
Alicia, how you doing?
I am excellent. You guys are making me blush, all right? I'm just blushing.
We both love you. You know that, right? So I hope you don't mind that you have a man and a woman in Florida that love you.
Well, you know what? That warms my heart, and I can't tell you. I say the same things about you guys. You guys are jewels, and I am grateful to have met you, and also grateful to continue to get to know you guys. And I just thank you. I'm thankful.
Well, thank you. I want to say something. No offense against anybody else. I've never said you're the real deal, but I only say that about a few people, right, Robin?
Yes.
And so I don't want you to think I don't throw that expression around a lot. There's a lady in town that she's a real deal singer. She's really a good singer. Mm-hmm. And you are a real deal fashion designer. I mean, you really know what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. That's my Valentine's Day present. I'm going to take that and run with it today. So
but in your field, though, it's just as hard to break in as it is for a singer. It seems like, right?
Yeah, or an actress or what have you. It is not for the faint of heart. It definitely is not. But it's a passion, and I love clothes. I'm not just clothes, but I like how people express themselves through what they wear, and it's a deep connection for me, whether it is casual, whether it's for business, whether it is something for a fancy occasion, an award show. I just look at what people choose to wear, and it's just a part of who they are, and it makes me, it makes me kind of happy. I love just seeing how people choose to express themselves through clothing, and that's why fashion means the world to me.
So Robin talks to way more people than I do, and one day she told me that she had spoken to somebody about an event, and she said this would be perfect for Alicia. And so then she just ran with it, and I'm just curious, did you go to the event? Did that ever happen?
Yes, it is. Well, two things happened, actually. Robin is wonderful, and she got me an invitation to a show. It's called the NOLCHA Shows, and what it is, it's on Fashion Week. They showcase independent designers, not one of the big ones, and so it's a great showcase for emerging designers, and I did not get to attend. It happened on a Sunday, and I'm a church girl, so I go to church, but they had a late show, and that's where I was going to go, and it turned out the late show was canceled, and so I went instead to a dinner that that happened on Tuesday, and the dinner was for Marjorie Goodson, and she had a book lunch, and she had a book party at a beautiful restaurant in New York City called Bagatelle. And I went there, met her. I'm going to send you guys a pic of that. Beautiful woman, wonderful occasion, met other designers, met me. So it was a wonderful time. I ended up, don't tell anybody, like basically dancing on the couch. It was
oh, wow.
I had a drinks in me. I'm not going to lie. It was wine-infused dancing, but I try to keep my dignity, God willing.
Well, you are absolutely fabulous, and you have got the best personality for this, and that shows in your Couture by Alicia line, because you just do everything from handbags to shorts to evening gowns and the tailored look. I just love that a coat that you designed for the winter months that we saw you in. That was absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, it's the Alicia coat. I wonder where I got the name from it. Let me.
I wonder how many people compliment you on the clothing, and then you say, "I designed it." Do they believe you?
Sometimes you get the look, and sometimes I say it wrong. I say it's my coat or my bag. She came up to me and she said, "I love your bag." I said, "Thank you, it's mine." She goes, "I know it's yours." So I have to sometimes remember to say, "Oh, thank you. It is my design." And then they're like, then there's a pause, and I'm like, "Yes, I am truly the designer." So yeah, sometimes, but I do get the coat gets a lot of. I actually had a woman run down the street, and I thought I might have dropped something. Literally ran after me and said to me, "Your coat." And when she caught up to me, she's like, "Your coat." And I said, something wrong? She goes, "I love the coat." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you." So sometimes it has great reactions and makes my day, because there's nothing better. I like you two. When somebody says, and they do, by the way, Marjorie Goodson, her PR people said that how wonderful they loved you and they love Robin. And when people compliment you because of what you do, that there's a nice feeling that comes.
Oh, it is nice. Yeah.
So it's always it always makes my day when somebody just sort of says something nice about what I put my blood, sweat, and tears into.
So was Dancing on the Couch, was that a good networking event for you?
Yes, it was. And because I went there I went there to go there, to just experience what it was. You know what I mean? I didn't have preconceived perception of what was going to happen. I know I was going to meet the author, Marjorie Goodson, and she has an interesting story. Her father was Ron Goodson, who was a game show executive.
Oh, I remember that name. Yeah.
So, yeah, I know, right? So she has this amazing book. She's a beautiful woman, and I met her PR folks, and I got there, but I was not at the right area of the restaurant. It's a huge restaurant, and by the time I found them, they found me. I ended up, instead of sitting at the end of the table, you know how God works, the universe works.
Right.
I sat at the beginning of the table.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, right. So, but I wouldn't have had that spot had I not, sort of things were a little bit lost for me at the beginning. So I ended up sitting next to Marjorie.
Oh, nice.
Her publicist, who knows you guys. And also a woman from CBS Fashion. So that was my corner.
Oh,
that was my
gosh.
corner. I know, right? And had the best time. Beautiful. I mean, they were so nice to me. It was just like, and I clicked with them. It's not just I kind of clicked. I really clicked. And I clicked with Marjorie Goodson, obviously, and I clicked with Meryl Moss, who is Marjorie's publicist. And we were all just chit-chatting and talking and bonding in an incredible way. And I felt like I've known these people. And I was like, what is going on?
Oh, that is so sweet.
It was an incredible night.
Oh, my gosh. I am so happy to hear this. I truly think that the real deal thing that I describe you as is also observable by people like that can maybe... the relationship you have with them will make a difference for both of you.
Well, let me tell you something. At first she said, "You're here." I said, "Yeah, I'm here on behalf of WOCA. I'm representing them today." And that was Marjorie, Marjorie's publicist. Was saying that's the reason why I'm here. Is I was talking to Meryl Moss, and I was saying to her that's why I'm here. But she's like, "No, she says you're something else. You're in addition to that. What do you do?"
That's right. Yes.
So I I didn't want to lead out with I'm a designer. I just wanted to lead out with I'm here for the event. You know what I mean? I was being respectful.
Right.
But she immediately read me, and we had this connection. Then Marjorie came over to me, and immediately she and I had this connection. She's inviting me to come to LA. It was awesome.
Oh my God.
Nice.
And I'm thinking, you know what? This is how God works. This is how the universe works. It lines up when it's supposed to line up. And like I said, I would not have been sitting at the table had it not been, one, for you guys sending me the invite, but also had I been early, I would have been at the end of the table, and I would have missed all this energy, all this synergy. So everything is according to God's plan. You know,
my gosh.
I don't mean to quote Drake's music, but I love Drake anyways. But it was literally God's plan.
So, when God calls on an angel, sometimes he taps on Robin's shoulder. So Robin really was the angel in this one. I mean, the fact that, something spoke to Robin, and, she, just like you, she doesn't want to take credit for all the great things she does.
Yeah, but we like to share. When things happen, we like to share.
We do, but Robin is including me in on this. But the truth is, Alicia, I love you, but I didn't have anything to do with this. Robin did the whole thing. But I'm just so happy to hear about it.
Well, Robin is an angel, that's for sure, because she has another thing that she did for me, which she knows about, that another agency that she'd send me information about getting some marketing stuff out for my bag. So Robin is definitely one of my angels on this earth, and so are you. But when you said the real deal, I have to give that compliment right back to both of you. You two you don't do what everybody else does, and the same thing with me. I don't. I know that I don't, but you guys, you and Robin, go out of your way to do and say nice things. And I was mentioning that, when the first time, this was like 2 or 3 years ago, for some reason, you guys were doing an interview that I'd set up with you. And during the interview, you mentioned my name. It was on air. It was so random. I heard Robin go, "I love Alicia," and I was in the sound booth, and everybody's looking at me, going, "What?"
That's kind of funny.
Did she just say that on air? Like Robin is like, "Yeah, the publicist, the producer, Alicia, we love her," and they're looking at me, and I'm like, "I didn't pay her." I'm like, "I didn't pay Robin for this. I said she's been speaking my name to the winds, and it's been picking up. It's picking up. She's been speaking my name to the winds
for
a while.
Nice.
And what was interesting too is they had a photographer, and I'm telling you right now, it made me feel. I told my mother this, Robin, so you're gonna love this. It made me feel like a celebrity. Like this photographer was just snapping my picture like I was Naomi Campbell. Every minute they were on me. I was like, what? Yeah, that was what was going on that night. Incredible energy, incredible synergy with amazing people.
Oh my God, it's exactly what I was hoping would happen. Years ago when I was trying to make a name for myself in the music world, I was courting, I guess is a good word. There was a company up in Toronto, and the guy up at that company said, "Well, I'll be down in Miami. Why don't you come meet me?" And so I went down to meet this guy, thinking, "Okay, I gotta look right. I gotta have a tie and a suit, and right." And I got there, and the guy was in shorts, like he came out from the swimming pool.
He's in Florida.
I know. And so I had no clue, I just had to be just a normal, natural guy. And then I said to him, "Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be a pool thing. I'm sorry, I'm too dressed up." He goes, "No, most of the best deals are done in an informal way." And I thought, okay, that's going to be my mantra from now on. I don't know. So it's kind of cool that the way it worked out for you. And I guess in that world, the people in that world can spot right away the people who
are genuine.
Yeah, kind of come from that world. It's kind of a universal thing, as you keep mentioning.
You're right, maybe, but yes, they all, and even the woman at CBS, I wanted to kind of get to know her as well, fashion, but I kind of kept it. She's like, "What do you do?" I said, "Well, I'm in fashion, amongst other things." But I kept it cool, and she kind of smiled. But at the end, we were like, braiding each other's hair. It was, not really, but
nice.
but we had a connection, and I really, like you said, I truly believe that for me, people who are fake or phony or try to do what they they're trying for something that's not genuine or not part of them, they tend to be loud and obnoxious. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. It's those who have it don't speak about it. It's quiet confidence. So I just kind of let who I am. I just kind of let that be natural in that moment. That's what I did. I didn't, try to press her with my information or, or anything. I just allowed the night to kind of be the night, you know what I mean? And it turned out that that's how it works.
And you were yourself, and yourself is the best person anybody can ever be.
That's it.
I'm looking for a picture of the three of us together. Do we not have a picture of us? Because we were together.
No. Did we have somebody take a picture of us?
How did we not do that? Oh my gosh, we got to come back to New York.
We're gonna have to Photoshop.
No, you took a picture with the penis statue, Ron.
That's right.
That's me. Hey, that's the kind of guy I am.
Remember, you wanted the penis statue.
That was me. I told you that was a statue of me. I told you.
I think. Wait a minute. No, we might have had somebody take a picture of all three of us.
I don't see it on my Facebook. I don't know how I would find it.
Rob, do you remember that?
I think I do. I think somebody took our picture.
I wanted to put it onto this podcast.
So your fashions are very, very impeccable. They're very tastefully done. So now, since it's February, are you into the spring line now, or are you moving into the fall?
Well, here's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to advance my brand. So right now, and we spoke about the last time, but I am now in the process of launching the e-commerce site. That's where I'm really focused on, and we've had a couple of little things that I was waiting to do, and before I launched it formally, because I had to secure a factory that can make the bags in the city for now, and also for the clothing collection. So that's really what I'm doing. I kind of froze that part of it, and now sort of concentrating on the next level.
That is pretty interesting, too, because you've got to do everything. You have to make sure your brand is out there. You have to be the designer. You have to make sure that the people who follow your designs follow them correctly with the patterns and the seamstresses, and then you have to get them out there. And
correct. Yeah.
It is amazing the aura of responsibility that you have.
Correct. And in the meantime, also, do what's currently, do jobs that I'm paid to do, be a producer, you know what I mean? So those are my three combinations, so taking care of my business, all aspect of it, but it's great work. It's like when I give birth to this baby, and hopefully by spring, it will be all worth it. So having somebody down the street wear my bag, or having that first order come in through my website, that's going to all be worth it. That's going to be the payoff for me. So I'm excited about giving birth, the full birth to my company. So I'm excited about labor. I'm in labor pains right now.
Yeah, but you are a huge, huge mentor to people that are just starting to get the confidence to go out on their own, because it can be kind of scary.
It is, and I've used all my money, and I want to say this to anybody out there who has I feel like Martin Luther King right now, has a dream. There's nothing worse than never exploring that dream. And even if you think that dream is too big, too unobtainable, take one little step towards it. Right. It could mean, if you want to be a designer, take a step toward it. Go to a fashion week event, or call up a designer in your area and see if you can if maybe they're interested in an internship. If you're younger, or take a design class. You know what I mean? At various design classes at community colleges around the country. Just do one thing or anything to kind of activate that dream. And once you activate one aspect of your dream, other things get activated too. It's like a chain of command.
That's right. I mean? Yes,
it's a domino effect. It really does. It lines up. It does. The other opportunity comes a little quicker. So just do something to sort of ignite that flame.
Very motivational.
And what types of events go on during Fashion Week? Because there's so much out there to see and be a part of.
Oh yeah, the things that get covered by the main media is the bigger designers. You know what I mean? The Tom Fords of this world, the Victoria Beckham, the Calvin Klein, Donna Karan, all the big ones. They get covered by the big stations and the big press. But there's also things like the NOCHA shows that cover emerging designers. So there is opportunity for the lesser known designers to get coverage. They just have to find these venues. But there are venues for new, not so new, and and the big guys. So there's opportunity. It's just a matter of doing your homework, doing your due diligence, contacting the Fashion Week Council, and finding out, using them as a resource to kind of see if you can get your designs out there.
Yeah, you are right at the threshold. You are crossing that line that you've been working for so long, and
I feel it.
Yeah, I feel too, and I can see that you're not too far away from being the person doing exactly what you just did just now, talking to the person the young woman right now who is where you used to be. I can see that as part of a near future thing for you. I'm being psychic
Thank
here.
You.
I'm getting my psychic vibe going, Robin.
Well, you have your psychic vibe on, because I'll tell you why. I met while waiting to find out where we were seated for dinner. I met a woman who's in school, and I gave her my counsel. And she's like 20 or 21, and I gave her my counsel. So yes, you were writing that psychic vibe, and I gave her my phone number, and I told her that I'd be more than happy to meet her for coffee or talk to her about, just sort of what I know. So yes, I didn't even mention her, but yes, you've got some psychic abilities in you. You might want to get yourself, one of those overnight. What would we call it? What would we name it? I don't know.
Pop on the trunk.
Pop in the trunk, yeah. Pop in the trunk.
Psychic.
I don't know. What would we name it?
Do you know what I love about the time we met with you is that we had grilled cheese sandwiches? Because, here's why, not because I like grilled cheese, but I do. It's because it's so down to earth and it's so real. It wasn't some fruity tooty named French thing, Yeah. It was grilled cheese sandwiches. I mean, and that's the relationship we have with you. Is there's a down to earth thing going on, right?
Well, that's who I'm all about. I am just you don't even want to know. You don't want to turn over the other side. But, yeah, I like simple things. I love mac and cheese. I love good people. I love real people. I love Westerns. Don't hate me.
What do you love?
Westerns.
Westerns.
Oh, movies? Westerns? Like cowboys?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. And I love a good glass of wine. Robin, we had Bellini. I introduced you to one of my favorite drinks. I love it.
Oh, that's what that was called. It was great.
Bellini, peach Bellini.
And another wonderful thing about you is that you honor family and you honor your church and you value them.
Oh yes, I actually do. If anything, I've gotten more. I think since we first met, I've definitely gotten more in touch with the fact that God centers me. My relationship with God centers me, and I use that as how I act. So I treat people with the respect that they deserve, and I try to humble myself whenever possible. And sometimes when I don't, God humbles me. So I try to walk a little bit more humbly than I have in the past. And I definitely try to be aware of how I can be a help, like you guys have been a help to me. If I find a situation or circumstance where I can be a mentor or help somebody, I will definitely do it, because others like yourself have done that for me. So I play it forward like nobody's business.
Yeah, I think, and this is just me with my own religious beliefs, I think that God puts us here for a specific reason. And sometimes, like, for example, if I thought, why would God give us a radio job? Well, that's beneath God. He doesn't care about radio, But I guess maybe he does, because that's what we do. So, and in your case, he's helping the world get some beautiful designs out there through you, and you're there. It's going to happen. I mean, it's happening right now as we speak.
It's happening. It's actually happening. It is happening. I feel it. I'm blessed and I'm grateful. And the journey Actually, the experience is really wonderful. The destination is great, but I really feel we need to savor the experiences as we journey, because that's really how we're learning and how we're growing.
Yeah, hard.
You know
it's
what
a
I mean?
hard one to do. Yeah.
It is. So don't jump over these difficult moments. They're growing you. You might not love them. They might not be the best, but they're growing you. The destination, that's just the sprinkles. But enjoy the journey. Enjoy, what you're going through, because that is shaping you. That is helping you.
My God, Alicia, it's so great to be able to call you our friend. Thank you for sharing your stories with us again today. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you both.
All right, we'll be right back. Oh, go to Alicia's. What's a good website to tell people?
Well, right now the site is not up and it's not live yet, but you can go to my Instagram page, and that's Couture by Alicia, and it's COUTUREBY, and then my name Alicia, which is ELES like Sam IA.
And by the way, for the listeners, I want you to know something. Robin and I have been working on a children's book for probably a year now. Every time we put a new picture up there, Alicia is the first one to like it.
Yeah.
First one. You're always the first one to click like. So thank you for that. All right. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. The Marion County Sheriff's Office is investigating a video shared on social media showing a teen in Marion